Welcome back, all you fragrance fanatics and beauty babes. If you've never seen my face before, hi, my name is Jamie and I love to talk about perfumes. And in today's video, we're actually gonna be talking about the perfumes that I bought in the month of June. I know I'm a little behind on this. I don't know what happened to my brain. I thought I had more time. The end of June just kind of snuck up on me and here we are. So actually I'm gonna be talking about all the perfumes that I purchased in the month of June, even though it's technically July now, but that's okay. And we have Derby with us today. So, you know, knock on wood, she might stay with us through the whole video. We'll see. So I'll leave the links to where I bought all of these perfumes in the description box below if you're interested. If any of them are Amazon links, I do get a commission from that. So without further ado, let's get started. Derby, don't leave. Why don't you hang out with me during the video? Well, that's that. Okay. Before we start really quickly, I just wanted to say that for the people that were asking what I use on my lips, normally what I always use is the Revlon Kiss Balm in the strawberry, what is this? Fresh strawberry is what I normally use. And then I'll go over it with the Clean Fresh Yummy Gloss by CoverGirl in You're So Jelly. That there. So that's what I usually, normally, 9 times out of 10, that's what I'm using on my lips. And then for the people that were asking about my nails, I have all different types of brands, all different types of tons of nail polishes. But I just happened to see this one in the store. It caught my eye and I'm really loving it for summer. It's the Sally Hansen Insta Dry nail color. And it's in the color, it's 361, but the name of it is Augmented Redality. Augmented Redality. And I just really love it. Sometimes it can look a little bit more red. Sometimes it can look a little bit more like orange, but it almost looks neon out in the sun. Like it really gets bright out in the sun. So anyway, so let's get back to the perfumes. Let's start with, I was able to try out all of the Carolina Herrera Good Girl, like all the perfumes that are in that line. Well, not every single one of them. They had like 6 or 7 of like the most popular ones out to try. And I tried them all. I'm not a huge fan of the original Good Girl. It's not really for me. I'm sure it's beautiful on other people, but on me, it gave me a headache. I was like, what am I, there was just so much going on. And the coffee note in there was, I mean, no one even mentioned, like, I've never heard it mention that coffee note that's in there. That was strong on my skin. It was strong. It may not be that way on other people's, but it was like a black, bitter coffee note that really stuck out. And it was mixed up with all these other things. It was too much for me. But if you love it, I'm so happy. I'm sure it smells divine on you. Just not for me. And I tried, I can't think of all of them, but the one that I ended up loving the most was Good Girl Blush. Really loved that one. Out of all of them, that's the one I was like, ooh, if I were to buy a full bottle of any of them, this would be the one I would. Good Girl Blush, not the other one. There's some other Good Girl Blush something. I'll put that here. Not that one. Talking about the original Good Girl Blush. It has bergamot, bitter orange, peony, ylang ylang, vanilla, and coumarin. And this is, it's very sweet, feminine, fresh. It's very youthful, and not like in an age thing, but just very youthful and fun. And it is so similar to Barbie by Define Me. They're not dupes or anything, but extremely similar to Barbie by Define Me. And I love that perfume. But yeah, this one gives off that same Barbie pink girly vibe. So really enjoy it. Now, will I get a full bottle of this? I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to, I really, you know, sometimes, like I said, in some of my other videos, I like to really like just collect. And then sometimes I want to purge. Sometimes I want a big collection. Sometimes I want a small collection. Like, you know, I can never make up my mind, but I'm kind of getting to a point now where I'm like, okay, I want to bring it down some. I want to rein it in a little bit here, and maybe just have some, you know, some of my favorites around. And so I don't know if this one would make the cut, just because I do have Barbie. It's very similar, like I said. I can't say I would never get a full bottle of this, because I think the pink shoe that this comes in the full bottle is adorable. If I go through this and decide I really want the full bottle, then maybe I will. We'll see. But out of all of them, this one's my favorite. And then I was able to try the Soleil Vibrant by Lalique. I was able to get it in a in my Scentbird subscription, and it is such a, it's got that sweet citrus, happy sunshine that I love in perfumes. And I'm still waiting for it to, for me to be able to get it on discount, because I don't want to pay the, you know, I don't want to pay the retail price for it. So I'm waiting on fragrancenet.com or Joma Shop for it to come back in stock, because it was out of stock there for a while. And by the way, do we ever know when the Britney Spears Candied Fantasy is coming out? I mean, like, is it even coming out? Was it just a fever dream I had? I mean, I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm still waiting for that to come in. And let's see, I was able, oh yeah, the Leisure in Paradise. I got this from a Angel subscriber, and absolutely love this. I absolutely want to get a full bottle of it. And I did hear that, thanks to all, you let me know that there are some dupes for this out there. And I would like to get my hands on those as well, and just maybe compare, or maybe just get the dupe for the time being until I can get the original, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm glad that there are other options out there that are cheaper. But this is, the papaya in here is just, like chef's kiss, amazing. And then, oh, I also picked up the Vanilla Skin. This is the perfume version of the body mist that Fleur has. And this, I mean, I don't know, you guys, I don't know. I mean, Fleur is really, she's stepping up her game here. I mean, part of me is like, you don't need a full bottle of this. You have other Apple perfumes. And part of me is like, oh my gosh, this is so good. It's like this juicy red apple, and it stays, it doesn't disappear very, very quickly. Like it stays throughout the majority of the wear time of the perfume, which I was kind of surprised about. But it's this delicious, crisp, juicy red apple. And then it's like, it's being blanketed in the softest cashmere is what I get. And it's sweet. You get that sweet vanilla and some of that jasmine. And I don't know, like I really, I don't know. I keep on going back and forth on if I want to get a full bottle of this or not. We'll see. We'll see how I do with the travel spray. You know, we'll see. Do I even go through it? Am I even wearing it a lot? Who knows? So, you know, if it's something that I go through several travel sprays of and I want to get a full bottle, then maybe I will. This one here I got from my daughter for my birthday earlier in June. And this is by Kiny. It's called Berry Beauty. And I love the bottle. I think this is adorable. This is a very light, fresh scent, you know, like a body splash type of vibe. And I can't find the notes on Fragrantica, but there are notes on the box. Look at the box, by the way. This is so cute. So this has strawberry, peach nectar, apple blossom, wild daisies, jasmine, pear, sugar crystals, golden amber, and sweet vanilla musk. And To me, this is basically just smelling like straight up, just like strawberry candy. Strawberry candy is what this smells like. Not like fresh strawberries. It's kind of like the watermelon Batica, that Middle Eastern perfume that is more of like a watermelon candy. This is the strawberry candy version. Very light, fresh, sweet strawberry candy. And you're sitting, and while you're eating this strawberry candy, you're sitting in like a field of daisies is what I get when I smell this. And it's really nice. It's cute. It's refreshing. And like I said, I think that bottle is so adorable. And then next up, let's do the Roberto Cavalli, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with this at all. And I had a bunch of subscribers tell me like, oh my gosh, you got to get your hands on this. You got to, and oh, wow. Wow, is this good? This is really, and it's so inexpensive. I mean, I got it on Jomo Shop. I'm not sure like how it is retail, how much it is retail, but on Jomo Shop, it was very inexpensive. I get this warm, spicy, sweet opening, and then oh my gosh, as it melts into your skin, it becomes this deep, creamy amber vanilla. Like that amber vanilla, she is serious. She's like, here I am, smell me. Like it's just intense, creamy amber vanilla. This is intoxicating. It's sexy, it's alluring. It's just, I really, really enjoy this one. And I can't wait for fall time. I'm gonna get all my amber vanillas and kind of compare and stuff. I think this is gonna be a contender because this is just as good as the Donna Born Aroma Intense, which you all know is like, the Donna Born Aroma line is pretty expensive. This one is really, really good. I was shocked for the price. I really was. And when you see it in the picture, I just thought it like when you see the picture of it, the bottle looked really cheap, like because of the lid. I thought the lid was going to be this like plastic piece that you could, like the lid would, this part here would like bend and crack off and stuff. But no, no, no. This is a metal lid and it snaps on really good. And it's actually a really beautiful bottle. The pictures on the internet do not do it justice. It's much prettier in person. And next, let's do, okay, so I was looking up Oliver, I can't think of the perfumer's name. The one that does Devotion. Who is the one that does Devotion? That is Oliver Crisp or Crisp. Is it Crisp or Crisp? Anyway, I was looking into him and what other perfumes he makes, and he makes all of the Nina Ricci perfumes, which again I'm not familiar with. I've never tried any of them before, but this one really caught my eye because some of them are more EDTs. This one was an EDP, first off. And secondly, it had 3 different types of apples in the notes. So I was like, wow, okay. And it had some white florals and stuff. So I was like, okay, I want to pick this is the one I want to try. Got it in, love it. I'm actually wearing that today. Absolutely love this one. It has so many different apples going on. Fresh, juicy, crisp apples. And as it dries down, it becomes such a creamy, sweet, white floral. Love it. I love the creamy, sweet white florals. But I will say this has a, I don't want to say it's soapy. It's not soapy per se, but it has that herbal essence apple shampoo vibe. It's very clean, fresh, and I'm really happy with this one. This one surprised me. Like I just love that the way the white florals are in there with that apple, it gives it such a clean, oh, just, oh, okay. Okay, so let's move on to, oh, okay. So I had bought the Amethyst by Lalique back in June because I was making the Lalique history video and because I was really curious about this particular perfume. Love it, very berry, a berry balm, but oh my goodness, proceed with caution because some of my perfumes I can overspray the crap out of and it's fine. Some of them I cannot. And it's kind of trial and error on, you know, what can I really overspray? What can I, you know, what do I need to be a little bit more careful with? This is one of those ones where I definitely can't overspray too much. The blackberry becomes so in your face. It almost like, it becomes so dark. I mean, just a very dark, heavy blackberry on your skin. And it was making me sneeze and cough. It was tickling my throat. Like it was too much when I was trying to do my overspray routine with this. So, you know, I learned a lesson. So this is not one of those that I can do that with, but it is very good if you're wanting a berry balm. Now this next one, I have oversprayed a lot, you know, 50 plus sprays. You can go to town with this perfume, and that is the very sexy Oasis. I had also picked this back up in June for my as a birthday present. Actually, I picked up the full bottle, and I am down. If you look in the light, I am down to here with the perfume, and I do have a backup bottle of it already. But this you can, I spray and spray and spray and spray, and it's never too much. It's never too much, never too much. But this is such a creamy, sweet, coconutty, white floral. Love it for summer. And then, oh, and then also the Ellis Brooklyn. Remember, I had the sample of it earlier on. I finally ended, or not a sample, of travel size. Finally ended up getting the full bottle of it, which you've seen in some of my videos so far. And here is the dent that I've got so far. I try to go a little bit easier on this one just because it's a little bit more expensive, and it's more expensive and you're not getting as much as you would with this one. Like this one's the 100 mil. I think this is just 50 mil. It is just 50 mil. It's like way more expensive than this. So I go a little bit easier, but don't let the dent fool you. Like I really love this perfume, but I have to pull myself back a little bit from wanting to overspray like crazy because of the price and how much you get in the bottle. But I love, this is one of the best ones for summer so far. This one, in my opinion, the very sexy Oasis, and the next one, which we'll bring up, which is the Coco Shimmy real quick. I picked up the Coco Shimmy, and again, like, don't let the dent fool you. I really, really love this perfume, but I am trying very hard to make this bottle last because this is just, I think this is just a 30 mil, I'm pretty sure. For $65, 30 mil. I wish they had bigger bottles. Like if this came in like 100 mil bottle, I mean, this would be half empty by now, but if not more, because I absolutely love this one. But it's such a small bottle, and I love this perfume so much. Like I'm trying to just little bits at a time because I love it. But yeah, so those three I think are like some of the best summer ones so far, in my opinion. That one, and what was the other one we're talking about? The Leisure in Paradise. Oh, man, the most tropical smell I've ever smelled in my life. So let's go over one that didn't really wow me, a blind buy. You know, sometimes I blind buy perfumes, you know, it is what it is. You know, I try to do more travel sizes, samples every now and then, but sometimes I just like a good blind buy, you know. I had heard really good things about this, and I'm sure on other people it's amazing, but on me, it's so florally. And I know you're thinking like, well, Jamie, you like white floral, so what's the problem? Like, it smells more like flowers. Instead of something creamy and sweet and almost like edible floral, this smells more like actual flowers in a garden. And it's not very creamy, or I don't get a lot of that tuberose at all in here. Actually, I get a lot, and the majority is the marigold. The marigold is really like, whew. Yeah. So it just wasn't what I was expecting. I have it in my daughter's room so she can play with it. And maybe I'll come back to it in a couple months and see if it's changed any. Maybe that tuberose has come out more. Don't know. We'll see. But that was kind of, you know, kind of my disappointment of the month. And then we've got, we've got the Coach Dreams Sunset. I was just flipping through, as we do, we're scrolling through different perfumes, and this one just kind of caught my eye. And when I found out it had pear ice cream in it, I was like, oh man, I gotta pick you up. So I did, and I love it. It smells like a fresh pear, vanilla, almost like a sherbet type of feel to it. It's really nice and refreshing for this time of year, for sure. It doesn't last very long, but again, for the price point, I feel like, you know, you can't really complain. I mean, I'm getting 100 ml here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's like 100 ml here. And what did I pay for this? $30, $40? So I can't really complain about the longevity. But it is very nice. Now, would I pick this, like when this runs out, would I pick up another bottle of this? Probably not. I'm gonna have my fun with it. It's delicious, love it. This is a fun perfume. But I don't see myself, I don't foresee this being like a love, like a, oh, I gotta repurchase this over and over type of situation. And I will say the sprayer, like you have to make sure you're right in the middle of the thing, because if you go on the side, it can like pop off and break the flower part of the sprayer. So I like the way it looks. It's a cute idea with the sprayer being the flower, but it's not very practical for people that like to really, really overspray and go to town, you know? Like I need, anyone who's trigger happy, they need like a really good, you know, sprayer to really be able to do that with, you know? So, okay, so the next one, you all recommended the Newa and picked it up. Cute bottle. You can't really tell in the video, I don't think, but there's like shimmers all over the bottle. And the lid is like a metal lid. It's not like plastic or anything. Now this one is very similar to the Kiss of Pink. Creamy coconut vanilla, creamy coconut vanilla. Same thing. However, this has red apples, red, juicy, sweet apples. This has green apples. There's a crisp, tart Granny Smith apple in this one. So that is the apples are the big difference, because the rest of it, it's you know, vanilla, creamy vanilla coconut. The only difference is the apples. So because of the Kiss of Pink having more of a red delicious apple, it does make this one a little bit more sweeter. And because this one has that crisp, tart Granny Smith apple, this one is still sweet, but this one has a little bit more freshness to it going on. Oh, and then we have the Charming Tuberose. I had picked this one up, and I love the tuberose in here. Oh my gosh, it's sweet, creamy, and it's almost like honey, that sweet, creamy, almost honeyed tuberose, almost like the edible type of tuberose. And the cinnamon in here turns it into, it kind of just smells like some sort of creamy cinnamon dessert. I don't know, I can't think of a specific dessert, but it smells like some sort of creamy cinnamon dessert. And then let's do, what else do we have? The, okay, so Veronica says, I'll put her channel down here. Veronica says, on her channel, she was talking about this one a while back, and I picked it up like instantly. As soon as she got done with that video, I actually, during her video of her talking about this, I was purchasing it because I was like, I have got to have this. This is Tuberose Mystique, or, well, I don't know if I'm saying it, Tuberose, I'm not sure. I know it's probably pronounced a little different than regular tuberose, but that's how I'm going to say it, Tuberose Mystique. And the bottle is really cool, but the smell is, oh, it's intoxicating. Tuberose obviously is in here. Oh, and it's got this myrrh in there, and wow, is it's a deep, this is a deep tuber, this is not a fresh tuberose, like the Very Sexy Oasis has a creamy sweet tuberose, just like this one has a creamy sweet tuberose. But this one, very summery, it's not too heavy. This one is, there's a heaviness to this, there's a weight to this that I really love. I can't wait to wear this for me personally. I probably wouldn't wear this in summer and spring. Just for me, we all wear perfumes whenever we want, but I think I'm going to enjoy this a little bit more in the fall and winter time because of that myrrh. It's a very deep, heavy, resinous scent to this. Oh, hi Sadie, are you going to come back and join us? And it's got it's got this sweet vanilla in there that is so creamy, mixed with that tuberose and that deep myrrh, and it's so good. And as soon as I smelt this, I was like, oh my God, like it took me back to another time and place a long time ago that I had totally forgotten about. Now, if you remember, for most of my life, I did not have a sense of smell. Ended up getting it back, yada, yada. I won't go into all that. We're talking about perfumes right now. But back when I was little, I had no sense of smell. However, now that I do have a sense of smell, when I smell something in particular, it can take me back in time. So even though you might not be able to smell something, you may not have a sense of smell, it's still like your brain will still store it up in your head. And then when you are able to smell again, when you smell that, it will take you back. Like, I find that fascinating that your brain will still store those scent memories, even though you can't truly smell them at the time. So anyway, it took me back to when I was 5 or 6 years old. We used to always go to my great aunt's house, an old farmhouse with everyone during Christmas time. The whole house was like this, just glowing. So many people, just happy memories of Christmas time. Everyone there for Christmas, just a full house full of people. And she would have these lamps. I'll put pictures of what I'm talking about up here. She used to have these oil lamps that would spiral down oil, and it was usually like frankincense and myrrh, spiral down these little tendrils. And I would always like want to poke my finger in there. I would always poke my finger and kind of rub the oil. And then of course everyone would be like, stop touching that, because I've got to touch everything, you know. And so it took me back to that, because this just kind of reminds me of that sweet, there was like a sweet resinous oil that was on my fingers from playing with that lamp. And that just, it just right back to that time and place. So I really love this one so much. And okay, and then we also have this one here, Kiss My Name. Now, again, this was recommended by Lulu's World. I'll put it down here for you guys. And also, I'm going to leave all the links to their channels and stuff, the people I'm talking about, in the description box below. You should definitely check them out for sure. She was talking about this perfume being this really like creamy tuberose, and I was like, oh, I gotta get it. And the bottle looks really cool. I don't have anything with a lid like this. It's actually like a hinged type of thing. But really, really love this one. But oh my goodness, is it like, it's serious. It's a serious perfume. So when I first spray this out, I definitely get more of a powdery iris mixed with a little bit of jasmine. And then as this starts to melt on my skin is when it kind of comes alive and it becomes this very, very sweet, like one of the sweetest tuberoses that I have in my collection. Very sweet. I can't emphasize that enough. Very sweet tuberose, creamy tuberose. And it's also got this like balsam in the base. Like it's got this like resinous feel to it. So it kind of has the same sort of feel. These are totally different perfumes, but it has the same sort of feel as the Tuberose Mystique, where they're both they're more deep, heavy, resinous tuberoses, but very creamy, sweet as well. And really love this one. It's definitely a unique tuberose that I do not have in my collection. It kind of reminds me, when I spray this out, it smells to me like peanut brittle, but not with the peanuts. There's no nuttiness in this at all. But the peanut brittle, the brittle part of the peanut brittle, that's what this smells like to me. And I'm really glad I picked that one up as well. And we have two more here. The Sire by Lattafa. This one, I'm actually, like, as you can see, I don't have the lid to it. I put the lid away. The lid is away. She's in the corner. She's been acting out. She's too much. So I just display it like this, and I think this looks really nice. I really love this perfume. This smells so vanilla. The longer it sits, the more creamy vanilla it gets. It's an extreme creamy vanilla. And you get that cinnamon in there. So it has that warm spiciness to it. But oh my gosh. I mean, this is becoming a fantastic vanilla perfume. I'm shocked because, like I said, I wasn't even gonna pick this up. But when I'd heard it had vanilla, I was like, yeah, I'll give it a try. But this is really a good vanilla. And like I said, let it sit for a couple weeks and it gets even like a creamier, richer vanilla. Like, oof. And then also I wanted to talk about the Plum Blanche. This one I also picked up for my Lalique video that I did back in June. Absolutely love this perfume. This is one of my favorite gourmand perfumes of all time. This smells just like honey roasted almonds. And the opening is such a sweet citrus, and then it melts into this honey roasted almond thing. And it just, oh, this is a really good one. Now, do I think it's worth the retail price? No, I'm sorry. No perfume should be over $200. There's no reason why any perfume in the world should be over $200. I might be willing to pay $210 for something if it's like just I'm head over heels in love. But even that is like too extreme. Like, I really like to keep in the $100 range for a perfume. And so this one on discount, when you can get it on discount, is a great deal. You get a great bargain for what you're getting here, because this is a phenomenally, it's blended so well. Like, you can tell this is a high end. It's blended so well, and the bottle is stunning. The packaging it comes in is stunning. The smell is amazing. I just, so I think for the price point when you get it on a discount website is definitely a steal. But right now they don't have it. They're out of it. So I'm trying to look for some sort of substitute for this, because you can buy it at Lalique, but I think this is almost $400. It's like $390 something, $380 something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was somewhere around that price range. That is absurd, absurd, absurd for me. You're not gonna catch me paying that much for a perfume. No, not unless I won the lottery. But if I did win the lottery and bought those $300 perfumes, wouldn't have much money left, you know? I'd be living in a cardboard box under the street, but I'd have some really nice perfumes in there. But anyway, so I'm looking for some cheaper alternatives to this. And I found something on the internet. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of this before, but it's got the same type of notes, the same type of vibe. But it's much cheaper. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna do some investigating here, because there's gotta be some cheaper options out there. But if you can find this on a discount website, highly recommend it. It's absolutely delicious. One of my favorite gourmand scents of all time. Love it. So that is it. That is all the perfumes I bought in the month of June. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Bye.